Hi everyone. I decided to do this video in my dining room today instead of my little office where I do these videos at. So earlier in last week, I posted a video about a book talk about my own debut novel, Ice Rising. Well, I wanted to continue it today, and for those of you that are aware, it's right here, Ice Rising, my debut. Anyway, so today I want to talk about more of the setting and the background of the story. So it takes place in El Paraíso, which is a fictional city I made up in Northern California. The question is, why did I make up a city? Why not Los Angeles? Why not Sacramento? Why not San Diego? Why not San Francisco? Well, I wanted to create a setting that kind of abides by the rules I made up. I try to go for authenticity. So, I didn't want to abide by Los Angeles and say, oh, Los Angeles, there's a lot of woods. There's no woods in Los Angeles. But in Northern California, there is. And I wanted to, have my own culture, my own climate, my own economy, my own, all that is my call. And that's what I did with El Paraíso. So it's a city, larger city, Northern California, made up of two distinct sides, the east side and the west side. The east side is more affluent, where the richer citizens reside, and then the west side is the poorer areas, the hood. And then there's a highway that connects the east side, cuts right through the west side, and leads to the beach. So it's the 1980s. It starts off 1980s during the height of the crack epidemic, the beginning of it. And there's three gangs in the city. There is the Brown Street Crips, which is a crew I totally made up. Not sure if there really is a true Brown Street Crip gang out there. They're led by a man named Batty, he's the one who first brings crack into the neighborhoods. He learned that after a meeting with some crews down in Los Angeles, and he kind of picked up their own formula, made it his thing in El Paraíso. Second gang is the Diablos, which is run by two brothers who, during this whole, during the future ensuing conflicts, they developed a bond with the third gang, the Sons of None, which are led by this man named Smooth. Now, Smooth separates himself from the other gang leaders because he's against the hard selling of drugs. He's kind of that fabled crime lord with a strong code of honor. Maybe not so much a fable, but that rarity. He truly cares for the neighborhood. Of course, he is a criminal, so it's kind of, somebody's going to run it, might as well be me. And he's against he's against the hard sale of drugs. Weed and acid are fine, but no coke, no crack, no meth, no heroin. So immediately, this puts him at odds with the Brown Street Crips. Brown Street Crips are at war with the Diablos. The Diablos side with the Sons of None. So that there's, a peace. At least, so they have an alliance, and it balances the odds against the Brown Street Crips. So where does Alex come in? Alex gets into a fight because when he's about 10, because this other kid insults his sister. From there, he meets Smooth. Smooth hears about the fight. He's a good fighter. Kind of wants to talk him into joining his gang. Ice says no. However, Ice develops a bond with Smooth that will shape his destiny in a way he does not foresee. So Alex himself grows up in a stable household. He grows up with his mother and his father, his older sister, and his younger brother. His father is a hardworking man, but he works a lot of hours to make ends meet. His mom's a stay-at-home. So I wanted to give him a stable family structure. I wanted to break the mold in that because I feel like in a lot of crime stories, there's always the dysfunctional childhood. I actually wanted to change it because I feel like a lot of people born in those situations, like a lot of families that really are struggling, are not seen, are not put in the light as much as the dysfunctional ones. And while the people with dysfunctional childhoods, obviously they need to get the focus and attention that they need, I feel like a lot of people that, especially that grow up in more disadvantaged neighborhoods, the ones that are there that are hardworking, honest people, which would make up the majority of any neighborhood, I feel like they're overlooked. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to have him have that close relationship with his family, because that's what fuels his future endeavors in crime. He wants to protect them because he loves them. So it has that kind of, again, that misguided sense of loyalty that I touched up on, I believe, in the previous video. I think that's the end of everything I want to say at this point. That's kind of the setting. I put it in the 80s, and so far the story has gone on into the mid-90s. The reason I did that is because I wanted to, at some point in the story, Ice is going to be older, and I want to see his change in just his outlook on how things have gone from his time growing up in the 80s and the 90s into what would be eventually become where we're at right now, which is the 2020s. So I believe that's it for now. If you're interested in hearing more about Ice Rising, please check out my previous video, my book talk of Ice Rising, and it is available on Amazon. Again, I'll show it to you right here. It's available on Amazon for Kindle Unlimited, and paperback. And if you enjoyed this video, please send me a follow. I would much appreciate it. And all my books are available at jamesmichaelsbooks.com. Thank you for watching.